Tell me, what were your emotions when you found out, and what's it like coming back to a place where you have so much familiarity?
I was excited. First thought was, man, I got to get my number from Nolan. Just playing. Me and Fetty actually walked into the locker room around the same time. And we both got the news right there. And we were like, oh, two Vegas boys going to St. Louis. And like, oh, my old stomping ground. So a lot of familiarity here for me with the coaches, the training staff, and some of my teammates. So good to be back. Just got to help the team win.
Tommy, was returning like something that had crossed your mind at all as a possibility over the last few years?
No, this wasn't thrown at me by Getz. I was kind of thinking other teams from talking, but anything could happen, I guess. Last year, I didn't think I was going to go to the D-backs because I was told other teams, and there's always a wild card in there.
Tell me, those guys in Arizona said that they wouldn't have made the World Series without you. How hard is it to transition when you get dealt at the deadline, or is it something that you're kind of familiar with?
No, it's tough. Anytime you have to pack up your place and relocate to another city, it's a little tough. I still have stuff in Chicago, so I just try to get here as quick as possible to be active for today.
Tommy, what do you mean to you that they wanted you here? They talked a lot yesterday about how you were a guy they identified.
Yeah, it's good to hear that there's some guys that pushed for me here. Just kind of proves the people wrong on Twitter. So yeah, that's a good thing for me.
Has your view of this organization changed over the years from when you left to having played for a different organization now?
Yeah. From playing with several teams, seeing how the Cardinals run the organization is definitely first class.
What do you hope to do? What do you think your role will be?
Ollie said play against lefties and he'll get me in there some righties. You guys know me. I'm going to try to play my way in there in the lineup every day.
Tommy, you've been here when this team is winning down the stretch, get into a playoff race, the atmosphere, all that here. What's your excitement to be a part of that again?
Yeah, this is definitely a special place when you're playing winning baseball and you're in the postseason. So we could bring that back. The fans deserve it. So let me try to help out.
Tommy, Ollie had a line yesterday. He said, "You're not just a right-handed bat. You're a guy who lives and dies with every at bat." Can you just describe your intensity, how it matters to you?
Just a tough out. Trying to win the battle within the battle out there. That's really all it is.
What's it mean to you when you look over and see Lance over here? And
yeah, I'm waiting to run into Lance.
so many faces. Have you seen a lot of faces that were here, Willie?
Bringing the game back. Bringing the gang back.
Tommy, when you kind of look at your career, how much was kind of the start here, kind of a foundation for some of the things you've been able to accomplish?
Huge influence here. I learned the game from everyone down from rookie ball all the way up. So there's a lot of appreciation within this organization that I have for a lot of people here. Pop was with me in the minors, Willie, everyone pretty much. So there's a lot to it, man. Even Shilty. So I probably wouldn't be the player I am today without a lot of their instruction.
Tell me, what did you learn last year about what it takes for like an 83, 85 win team to put it all together in October and leave with a ring?
There's a togetherness for sure, and there's players definitely need to understand what they bring and kind of bring that every day, because whatever that is, whether it's speed, defense, whatever it is, it's important. It's an important piece of the puzzle to get to the World Series, and it's even more important when you're trying to win it.
Tommy, when you were out there just now walking around with Willie, how quick did like the instincts and the memories come back? You know the walls, you know the angles, and snap back in immediately?
Yeah, Willie brought that up. He was like, yeah, you know the corners here. I was like, of course. And we were just going through positioning and some questions I had, so it's always good to talk with Willie, man. Willie, I learned a lot from him.
Tommy, what can you share about Eric Fetty as a pitcher, as a teammate, things like that?
Man, he was balling for the White Sox. Sneaky guy. He throws a ton of strikes, mixes up his pitches really well. He's that guy who just always seems to give you a quality start, which is, and the consistency of it is, you bring that, you're a really good player. I was joking with him that I thought he was an all-star. I voted for him. Just a lot of politics regarding the all-star game, but yeah, I thought he was an all-star.
Carp said yesterday you're on a short list of hardest working players he'd ever played with. Has that been a key to your longevity, is how much you pour into it?
That's just who I am, man. I care. I told myself when I stop working hard, then I'm done, because I don't want to take any owner's money like that. I wouldn't feel right. So the day I stop working hard, I'm done.
Tommy, you've been a leader in just about every clubhouse you've been in. You have history here, but you're new to the clubhouse now. How long does it take to develop that leadership within a clubhouse?
No, there's a lot of familiarity. I know a lot of guys. I know Goldie. Me and Goldie, we would run into each other in the off season hitting in L.A. I know Nolan. I played with Kittredge. Then of course everybody you guys know. There's a ton of familiarity for me.
When you look around this clubhouse, what excites you about just kind of jumping into the mix here and contributing?
We have a chance to do something special still. I believe we're 7 games out of the division, and we play a lot of good teams in front of us. So the opportunity to kind of control our destiny and shake things up, I guess, in baseball is exciting to me.
How would you describe the communication you had with the club during the off season? It's been reported you had talked to them a little bit.
I was in Jupiter, going to Cressy's facility to get live at bats. I was flying in town every weekend to get live ABs, and Nolan reached out to me about coming here, and there was some other guys that wanted me here. So when the injuries started piling up, I thought personally there would be a fit, but they chose to stay internal. So I kept pushing the needle, but you just got to respect their decision. So that's kind of how it evolved. I was in town trying to get some work to stay prepared because I was unsigned, and I reached out to Claiborne to go see him. So I showed up to a game to see my friend, and that's kind of how everything materialized. So there were reports, but it was kind of off.
I said there were multiple players who went into his office and mentioned you by name. Hey, we go get this guy if you can. What does that make you feel like to know that?
That's cool, but I don't know. Maybe they're trying to take my money in fantasy. So we'll see.
No one does that. They learn their lesson.
Yeah.